Hi everyone, this is Nightbird here for the Gemini solar return. Gemini! The twins. I am a Gemini. If you were not aware, that is my sun sign. So I'm heavily influenced by Gemini, but this reading will be, it'll have something for everyone, whether you're a Gemini or not, because we're in Gemini season right now. So it will also give us a little bit of a flavor of what's going on in the Gemini collective, even if you're not Gemini. However, if you do have Gemini in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, this reading may resonate with you even more strongly. So I'm going to play around a little bit because it's been a while since we did a reading, and there's a lot of decks that have kind of wanted to be talking. So we're going to start off, and this is not a tarot deck or an oracle deck. We're gonna get a card from my farm, which is a set of flashcards that I used to learn Arabic when I was living in the Middle East. And so I'm gonna kind of just try to use these as animal medicine deck and just see what we get. I can't guarantee I'm still going to be able to 11:11 on the clock there to be able to pronounce. I'm sorry, 1:11, whatever this animal's name is in Arabic. Because my Arabic is super rusty. All right. A swan. Oh, that's interesting because I just watched The Ugly Duckling last night on Disney Plus, the old story from the 1930s. I've been watching some of the 1930s cartoons. It's very interesting to see what Disney was like before it evolved into really, really commercial. Anyway, swan, let's see, Baphomet, perhaps. I'm sorry if that is not it. I'm sounding out the letters one by one, and it's been a very long time, and I don't remember if the 2 dots is T. I think it is, because 1 dot, B is below, N is on, and that's not 1, it's 2. And anyway, swan. So what are the messages we might have from swan? Perhaps it is we've been feeling like an ugly duckling, but now we're transforming into the swan. Or now we are finding our true family, so to speak. In the ugly duckling that I watched last night, there's a mama duck who hatches 4 beautiful golden ducklings. And there's also a swan egg in the nest, and the swan hatches. And so, of course, the swan is shunned by the ducklings because they didn't look alike. And the swan sees itself in the water and says, why am I not like all of the people that I'm around? I don't see a model of what I look like. And he went from group to group and tried to find a model of himself, of his frequency, of his resonance in the world, of people who honk just like him. And he couldn't find one. And, he just ended up in tears, seriously snotty bubbling, like honk, crying to the universe. And what should happen but, of course, a gaggle of swans heard, and they came over and they're like, honkity honk honk honk, hey babe, come and join us, huggy hug, right? So sometimes maybe it's releasing your pain and letting it be heard that actually attracts in that tribe that's supposed to be there to give you the support that you're looking for and that you deserve. That's your birthright, because there is a vibration in a tribe of people that we all belong into. And where is yours? So I think that's going to be the big message for this upcoming year. Where is your tribe? Who are you spending your time with? How are they helping you evolve? How are they supporting you? Are you being vocal, very vocal in the world with the things that you need to express about your pain body? So that could be a lesson as well, guys. The swan does have a very loud and strong voice, I do believe, much like the goose. All right, let's go ahead and go into the tarot. I'm going to get a card from the Universal Tarot here. On the bottom is the Tower, and I giggle because this is what everybody has been going through for the most part. For me, sometimes when it's on the bottom of the deck, this is something we've just come through. So I think that's definitely something that's been in the vibe. And sometimes the Tower just represents, you're blowing up your own mind. You're blowing up your life. And you're the one that's making the decision to raise it all to the ground and just build afresh. You know, it's like you bought a plot of land with a really old moldy farmhouse on it, and you're just going to burn it to the ground, and you're going to build fresh in an eco-friendly kind of way, and just make a new start that way, like this Fool here on the Universal Tarot depiction. So what do we got as another major theme coming out for Gemini? Here it is, Justice. Wow. Okay, I love that. Because if we are someone who hasn't found our tribe or been able to express our pain body and be supported, justice is coming in for us. This is number 11. And I did just call out 1111 earlier, even though it was 111. But here we've got repeating 11s coming in. So go ahead and look up those numbers, if you will, and whatever they mean to you. For me, an 11 is typically an acknowledgement that you're in flow with higher self. You're receiving messages clearly, and it's just kind of like a green light to keep going. Your battery is charged. You don't need to stop and, reevaluate or fix the system or anything. You're good to go. So this Justice card also associated with Libra, another one of the air signs. So this reading might resonate with all of the air signs pretty strongly. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, because they do tend to vibe below the surface at a kind of certain current. So the Justice card, we see Lady Justice sitting here on a throne. She's holding a sword upright in the right hand and the scales of balance or justice in the left hand. So this right hand is the action side, and that is the sword that shows intellect and logic being used to deliver a verdict on something. And for me, this is the universe sum totaling what we've been up to and delivering us pitching whatever we've earned on the scales over here. So if we've been up to no good, our scales could balance into the chaos and into the fear and into the scarcity. But if we have been shining our light and living joyously and trusting in the universe and being kind and expressing unconditional love and setting boundaries healthily and all of those things, doing the self-care, we've been doing all those things to elevate ourselves, those around us, and the world. Cha-ching! This is telling me that our payoff is coming in. I love this, guys. I love this. We're finding our tribe, and our payoff is coming in. Moving over to this Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. This one is really for me because this is a deck that has been very important to me. On the bottom, we have Rhiannon, the Sorceress, so a magician equivalent here. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. And that's exactly what we're paving the way for, and things are being cleared for here with the Justice card. Finding the tribe and elevating into the swan from having seen ourselves as an ugly duckling, clearing the pain body, speaking our voice loudly and proudly, and receiving whatever needs to come into balance to manifest this world that we're moving into now. You guys have been gaining a lot of power, Gemini. Congratulations, really. You've done a lot of work, obviously. Beneath that, we have Vesta. Your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. And that one I'm going to say is for me also, because I am a Gemini and Vesta is one of my primary patronesses, and I am currently actually in contract to sell my house and getting ready to move. So my house is going to have a healthy change in the occupants, and I'm going to be going through a move. So this could be appropriate to some of you also as well. Sorry about the door creaking back there. It's just so nice out. I wanted to let the air in the house. So so the motif of home may also be very, very important coming up in the next year. I'm now going to shuffle, and I'm going to get one more of these cards, which I feel is, we've got Mott. Fairness coming up. That is a direct correlation to the Justice card. Let me go ahead and read that. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So I love that confirmation coming in right away. that our justice is here for us in whatever way things haven't been in balance. And that could be especially involved in our home life with Vest out there. So really, who is it that wants to surprise us today? We have Yamaya, golden opportunity, or Yamanya, depending on how you pronounce it. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. Walk through them. Okay, I love that. That's very clear. Yamaya is also one of my primary patronesses, and I've been working a lot with water energy lately, with emotions, with seashells. You know, I've been cleaning out the fairy garden, and there's a little corner that's dedicated to like a little pirate scenario, and so I've been kind of calling in water energies that way, whatnot. So golden opportunity, important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. I'm going to read that one, and then we're going to get into the 12 months ahead, guys. 10:56 on the clock. I feel like that number is important for some reason, like there's something connected to it, but I can't think of what it is. So if anybody knows, please drop it in the comments. Also, guys, if you can like the video or leave a comment anytime, it always helps the channel's visibility. So this says, like the ocean, life moves in waves and tides. Timing is everything. So when an opportunity presents itself, you must dive in at that moment. Everything that you've done to prepare yourself will accompany you. Yet if you hesitate or procrastinate, another opportunity will surely come along, just as the tides wash in and out continuously. Like the ocean, life is rich with variety and beauty. Enjoy experiencing its various rhythms and allow all doubts to be washed away. So we see here the beautiful Yamanya coming out of the sea with a wave crashing behind her and a dolphin leaping, dolphin being a symbol of creativity and playfulness and joy. And it's a very free-flowing and at one with nature kind of an image there. Beautiful imagery here. So various meanings of this card. Don't hesitate. This is the right thing to do. Your prayers are being answered. Get ready for big and happy change. Celebrate your success. Know that you are qualified and ready for this new opportunity. All right, guys. So Gemini, you're being presented with a new opportunity this year. Those of you listening, this is in the general energy right now. So if you're not a Gemini and you want to manifest this energy, you can do a ritual or a meditation or a journal or whatever about this topic and tie into that Gemini energy that's currently present to help add it to your own personal workings. All right. I'm going to read about Yamanya here. She is an African and Brazilian goddess who is credited with creating the sea. So creator vibes. Every December 31st, people in Brazil celebrate Yamanya by casting white flowers and miniature boats upon the sea waters. You can work with Yamanya by putting a tiny boat into the water and asking her for a wish. If Yamanya grants your wish, her waves will swallow the miniature boat, and if she denies the wish, the boat will wash up to shore. Since the sea is the root of earth life, Yamanya's connection to it make her a very powerful and nurturing mother goddess. She is a protector, supplier, and one who grants wishes. Wow, I really, really love that, guys. It also seems like working with our emotions is going to be a big part of the upcoming year. I also love that they talk about putting a tiny boat because the fairy garden landscape that I was just talking about outside, it has a pirate ship in it. So I feel like I'm vibing with the energies that are coming out here. So, all right. Can I get the lid off of this tin? Yes, I can do it. I can also crack the salt and pepper grinders. Gosh darn, man, those things are a workout for the arms. I was thinking, I'm like, I'm going to have to go back to normal salt and pepper shakers. And then I'm like, no, I probably need the workout if this is hard. So pardon me, guys, while I just have some random free-flowing thought there. So not really censoring myself. I'm just kind of existing right now. All right, let me make sure those are in the correct orientation, and then we're going to get into the 12-month spread for Gemini. Once again, happy birthday, Gemini. Much love to everyone who is listening. Thank you so much for tuning in as we check in with what's going on in the collective vibe. Okay, very good. There's our first row. I'm going to move these guys up more so I can have more room to see. Thank you. Happy Memorial Day. It's Memorial Day here in the U.S. Many thanks to all of those who have served amongst our ancestors and who went to join Spirit once again early because of it. We are grateful for the sacrifices that have been made in order to allow our lineage to continue into the future in safety. Thank you, ancestors. We honor you. All right. We send healing to our ancestors who may have been through trauma during those experiences that created the need for something called Memorial Day. And we wish healing to our ancestors, and we send them love. And working on healing that generational timeline backwards from ourselves into the past so that it can resonate back forward again to us in a cleaner and more refreshed way. It's just kind of like, you know, blowing the water out of the tubes, right? So you get a better, clear, free, energetic flow, and voila, ta-da, right? Okay, this is one of my magic wands. This one is oak. I got it at Community of Consciousness in January of last year from a merchant for $10. I'm like, that is a score. All right, let's get into this reading. I had to put this other deck aside because it just keeps catching my eye, especially this cat. So we may have some kitty cat energy here. I can't even think about how to pronounce that one. So we're going to start with now, which I'm going to say is June. Obviously, we're still in May, but it's just easier for me to lump it one month at a time. So for this month, the Nine of Pentacles. All right, very nice. Love that. This is a independent solo person. It is a feminine energy, often depicted. But this is just having your world working well. Financially, health-wise, being in control of your decisions, and being able to grow and create what it is that you want. So that is absolutely beautiful first card after we have this golden opportunity card coming in from Yamaya. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. So in the month of June, we're really being asked to, you know, between now and to the end of Gemini in the month of June, we're being asked to shore up our personal world and make sure there's no leaks in the dam, so to speak. Everything's airtight. You've done all the maintenance work. You've changed the filters on your house. You have gone in for that dental cleaning. Whatever it is that you can take care of this month, in your birthday month, Gemini, is going to be really helpful for you continuing forward. It could be, you know, that you're going to experience a year where you don't have a lot of time to do that later, but you do now. So strike while the opportunity is hot. Don't miss this opening. There's a golden opportunity. So there's an opportunity right now to make your world golden in some other way, to shore up your health, your wealth, your house, something like that. Moving into July, the Three of Cups, beautiful. This card has been coming out all over the place for me lately, and it also represents my personal encampment of girlfriends that I've camped with for a few years now. Shout out to Dirty Alice and Sarah. I love you guys so much. It was great to see you recently. Love y'all so much. So Three of Cups is beautiful times with friends. It is celebrating. It is joy. It is my cup runneth over with friends, family, community. It is full emotions shared with others in a communal way. Absolutely beautiful card of celebration in July. Really not much else needs to be said about that. It's absolutely lovely. So June and July are shaping up wonderfully so far, guys. A golden summer with this golden opportunity energy. In August, then we have the Page of Pentacles. Perfect. So now you could be calling on this Page of Pentacles energy to now plant something new. So Page of Pentacles can represent the start of something different in your material world. It can be also another person in this energy who's coming into your existence or your field of view, so that, there's a new opportunity for you. And that could also be this golden opportunity that Yamaya is talking about there. So we see here on the card an elephant, which is holding a pentacle in its trunk. And the pentacles here are sanded dollars. So literally it's got dollar energy embedded in it. But also with it being a sand dollar, that is an ocean creature. And so it's talking about the flow of money and how it needs to roll in and out of our lives like the tides. If we hold onto our money too tightly, like the Four of Pentacles, then nothing flows in and out and it gets stagnant. So this Page of Pentacles there, they've got this sand dollar poised to just roll it right out into whatever it is they're getting ready to bloom. We have there what looks to be a trillium flower, and that is a white flower. I know we just read that someone is associated with white flowers, and it must have been Yamanya because we didn't read anything else. So there's a confirmation also on that water energy as well there. So it looks like a trillium, which the elephant is holding in their trunk delicately. This is the bloom that they don't want to crush as they move into unfurling whatever this new plan is. So it could be that in August, we're getting started on something that maybe requires some delicacy or finesse, or we want to have a soft launch, so to speak, on whatever that might be. So maybe this Page of Pentacles is we've decided we're going to go to Pilates twice a week. And so the soft launch of that is we're going to go to the 2 classes, and that's all we're going to do. Maybe then later we can go to the 2 classes and we can invest in equipment and do more of it on our own at home, for example. So that's kind of an example of moving into something slowly, like a Page of Pentacles. 2222 on the clock there, I just saw, guys. Really, really great numerology today. It's a multiple of 11. Also, for me, sign of partnership, working with others or one particular person, particularly Gemini. The card associated with you is the Lovers. I won't be surprised to see if that appears here. And if it does, I think it could be a symbol of partnership, but also we'll just see. All right, so August, that Page of Pentacles, new opportunity, or you perhaps investing in something new. So 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so that's September. What did we just say about the 4 of Pentacles? That's that kind of reserved energy, or a stagnation almost. But it can also be a retrenching, or just sitting back for a minute and assessing the situation, taking a breath, pausing to evaluate what's already going on, and chilling for a bit. Here on this 4 of Pentacles, there's an orange ribbon that weaves in and out of all of these sand dollars. And the sand dollars, they're kind of half buried in the sand, and this orange ribbon is kind of weaving around them. And for me, what this kind of represents, that sand is going to be our sacral chakra energy. And the sand dollars are kind of buried in there a little bit. And so that's kind of like our beliefs that may be embedded in this area of our body, which to me is related to feeling of personal security and autonomy, among other things. And it's also our power center. So it also could be that we might be just needing to pull back a bit and recharge our batteries in September. I'm trying to think what the 4 of Pentacles looks like in the regular deck. It is a king sitting on his treasure box with 1 pentacle held tight to the chest, his feet on 2 more pentacles, and another pentacle sitting right on his head. So it's just very like clutchy and holding on to and oppressive energy almost. You know, this 4 of Pentacles is almost like these sand dollars are half buried into the sand and disappearing, and the ribbon is wrapped around them so we don't lose track of them. So yeah, it could be that we get off to a soft launch on something, and we realize we need to backtrack and make sure all of our ducks are in a row, and we're solid on whatever the launch was. So still though, we do have the 9 of Pentacles that we've started off with, and the 3 of Cups. Really good energy here for the summer, June through September. Pentacles, 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 Gemini, this could be a year in which things really change a lot for you in your material world, financially, with your health, with your household, whatever, based on the decisions you make and based on what you let the universe know is justice for you. You have to be that swan that's honking it out and say, this is what I deserve. For it to come to you. The universe knows what you want, and, you know, it is a mind reader, but it really rewards the magicians, the sorceresses, the people who ask to have their golden opportunity presented to them, guys. So, also, this Pentacles could be related to the home, making a move, or having new occupants coming in and out. Could be a child, even with this Page of Pentacles. That's usually a teenage representation, but I think in this case with the home tie, it could be related to birth, pregnancy, that type of abundance. So moving on to October, we have the Emperor in reverse. Okay, and I just flipped that guy and I don't know which way he came. All right, so that's also a number 4 card, and we've just had a number 4 card. Okay, so interesting here. So in September with that 4 of Pentacles, maybe sitting on your treasure chest a little bit too tightly or stingily. We've stymied the energy here, and we see the Emperor in reverse. The Emperor is, I believe, a card associated with Aries. We've just entered into, Saturn has just, I think Saturn has just entered into Aries. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But the point is Aries is going to be really strong in the energy coming up. That much I know, although I can't remember the exact astrology. So we have this Emperor in reverse. This talks about someone who's being stymied from acting in the way that they really want to. They're not able to express their fire. They are not able to put their plans into motion in the way that they want to. In some way, they're not large and in charge in their world, because something is not the way it should be in order to manifest. So we got to figure out what that is. What is it that is blocking an Emperor energy for you in October? Now, Emperor energy is a person who is very in control of their material world. Here we have it portrayed as a walrus. So almost unmovable force. No one's going to budge this guy from what he knows is right for his kingdom. He has his wand of authority there and wears the crown as if it's molded to his head, made for him. And this wand of authority can also be used as a weapon to, you know, repel any ideas, people, thoughts, whatever, that don't jive with his vibe. This guy is Teflon. Nothing sticks to him unless he decides it's going to be part of his world. He has a very stern entry policy, and he's a heavy bouncer. So you don't get in if you don't fit the vibe just right. And so there's something kind of blocking that vibe a little bit here, guys. And it's up to you to figure out what that could be. So it can also just be a delay. Maybe, you know, we hit a snag here in this manifestation stage here. Maybe we started something new with the Page of Pentacles, then we retrenched a little bit, and we realized we had to put that on hold in order to manage some other part of our world. Maybe we're, you know, having to have a cups month or something like that, where we think about our emotions or process something instead of concentrating so much on the material world. So only time will tell. Moving into October, we have the Fool. All right, so there is that Fool that we have seen leaping off the cliff on the Universal Tarot there. Here it is depicted as a puppy with a little stick in its mouth, which makes me think that it's going off to play. The stick isn't anything useful, that's just for fun. It's got a foot out, confidently already stepping into the future. It's already in motion, it's moving, it's ready to go, knows where it's going. And this one is actually looking back towards the emperor that's kind of blocked. So this is kind of like, to me, your future self saying, come on, what are you doing? Abracadabra already, would you? Ka-chow. Whatever the block is, it's that you haven't been taking a leap. All right, I think that's what it is. Because the Fool in November is a card of taking a leap. It is the card of setting off brazenly and confidently, because you know who you are. You know you're the divine. You know your joyful birthright. And that's where we want to be by November. So make sure as you're moving into this phase where there's something in your material world that isn't going the way it's supposed to, make sure you're not holding yourself back because you're risk averse. That's the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is also very risk averse, not wanting to take a chance. It's wanting to bury and hide things. This can also be risk averse in something you have to express about your material world, and that can be what's keeping you blocked. And this Fool is someone who just takes the leap and says whatever it is. We've got that swan energy that we started off with, where that ugly duckling finally finds its tribe and its vibe and honkity honk, 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 right? So guys, there might be something related to your material world, whether it's your personal physical boundaries, like stay out of my room already, would you, slam, lock, whatever. Maybe there's something you really need to express in order to bring a justice to some situation in your material world. So you tell me, guys. The Fool is number 0. So here we are, starting afresh. The universe is giving us yet another reset in November. Pa-ching! And I think that's really great, because November is often the start of the new year for people who follow earth-based practices, for example. Yeah, November 1st can be considered a launch of the new year after All Hallows Eve. So in December, the end of the year, we have the Ten of Swords. So it's got a green ribbon through it. The green ribbon with that heart chakra energy. There's going to be something that ends, or that will be really finished by the end of this year, guys. And it's gonna hurt our hearts a little bit. But we're already healing from it in advance, because we see it coming. This one is no surprise to anyone. Those swords, yeah, there's 3 of them are piercing that green ribbon of the heart. And so we're going to feel it. We're going to feel it. It's got that 3 of Swords energy embedded in the Ten of Swords. And the 3 of Swords, it has a heart with 3 swords struck through it. So that's telling us that the heartbreak that we felt from whatever this situation might have been, it may culminate at the end of the year, and finally be ready for release. In the original illustration of the Ten of Swords, we see the person who's been stabbed in the back lying dead face down, but behind them the sun is coming up, and so that is a rebirth, which reminds me of this Yamaya rising from the water as if reborn fresh, with fresh emotions, guys. So December's going to give us an opportunity to clear out something that's needed to go. It's going to hurt, and it might sting a little intellectually, but if we open our hearts, we can manage it. And so January, starting off the new year, love it, King of Wands. So we're getting some of our fire back. Where was it talking about that, that the fire was missing? Well, I don't remember, so maybe you do, but here is a newly recharged person looking directly into the future. This is depicted as a bird, a raptor in this case, probably a hawk. Yes, I would say so, a hawk. One that can rise above a situation and see very clearly scope out its prey if it wants to, and dive down and capture it. This one wears the crown in kind of a more jaunty manner, kind of off to a side, like, yo, what up? And they also have this wand of authority here. This one seems to be topped with a crystal, which I think is really interesting. So I think of that as an amplifier, as an energy amplifier, perhaps like a quartz crystal that can channel one's intent or amplify the energy of something you're focusing on that you want to bring into existence or create. This fiery energy also draws my eye again to the Vesta card, which is a very fiery energy as well, about the fires of hearth and home. So it could be that this King of Wands energy in January is a way that you are stepping into a role within your home or your household, as a kind of a fiery leader almost that has a plan, a man with a plan. It doesn't have to be a man, of course, even though it's a king. It's just a masculine energy, as they would say, which would be action-oriented and interacting with others, for example, as opposed to a queenly energy, which can be seen as more receptive and internal or intuitive. Every person has both of these energies as a mix, so it's not related to how you identify or your gender. So I love this King of Wands for January, because we've had a lot of talk about new starts and justices and being reborn and upgrading and things coming into balance the way they should be. And the Sorcerer's card, the Magician there, the Fool. Here's this King of Wands. Lots of really great energy for fresh start this year. So let's see in February, as we're moving into the middle of the winter, we have the Eight of Wands. I'm going to turn these all over and see them all at once. The Eight of Wands, the Chariot in reverse. All right, another reverse. The Ace of Cups, beautiful. And Temperance. Haha, there's that balance card that we've been talking about, and another direct hit on Libra. I think Justice and Temperance are both cards associated with Libra. Again, please correct me if I'm wrong, but they are cards of balance, and so therefore that makes sense to me. So I'm going to come back and forth to these cards, and I'm just popping out things that are occurring to me as we go. So with that King of Wands energy in January, where our new, whatever it is, has been launched fiery, passionately, with authority. Can be a relationship also. After that, in February, we've got the Eight of Wands, which is very fast-moving energy along that path. So whatever that is, this is full steam ahead. All right, all systems go, and we have that orange ribbon through here again, like we saw in that Four of Pentacles. So if we had been, clinging to safety and not wanting to take risks or whatever, we're clearing that out with this really fresh energy of bold action that is also helping heal this area of our body energetically as we move through the discomfort and the fear of taking such a bold action. Now, of course, that can lead to a setback. We have the Chariot in reverse. Again, that doesn't have to be a setback. It can also just be a pause or a delay. This is March. So maybe we make this fiery start in January to whatever aspect it is. It's all systems go, and then all of a sudden, the cart has to come to a stop for some reason. Once again, maybe the universe is throwing something at us that's going to have to take our focus off of what it is that we're really passionate about, in order to make sure that this Nine of Pentacles energy we started off with, where everything in our world is under control and taken care of, can be addressed. Perhaps we have to take a week off in order to have an unexpected surgery, or maybe the refrigerator needs a repair, and that changes our schedule and it throws us off, and it has a series of consequences then, and blah blah blah, all of these things. So there could be something in March that comes that kind of throws you off your stride. I'm going to turn this right side up so you can see it. It's two horses pulling a chariot in tandem. We only see the golden chariot wheel there, which reminds me of this golden opportunity. So this can relate to whatever door we're walking through, that we started even with this Page of Pentacles in August, a new opportunity or a new investment of some kind that has blossomed, to where we're finding it now in March of 2026, where we're stopped for a moment for whatever reason that might be. So we got to figure out what it is that's going to help us get the chariot moving again and get that sun shining on the world again, so we continue blazing with that manifestation power of the King of Wands and the Eight of Wands. I'm just going to keep going there. The Ace of Cups in April is talking about your personal emotional fulfillment, and your satisfaction and savoring and enjoyment of the world. We have a pink ribbon on this one floating above it all, which is the high heart. This is your connection to divine energy in many ways. This is my font floweth over. This is, I am connected to source energy at the point of universal love, and therefore my cup always is going to ripple with these beautiful echoes of love in a beautiful, frothy, enjoyable cappuccino of life. Holy crap, I love that. I might try to title this video frothy, enjoyable cappuccino of life. That's hilarious. So that's April of 2026, guys. There's something really enjoyable ready for us next spring as we move through all of this. And this is an echo of that Three of Cups also that's coming up this July, reminding us that part of this Ace of Cups is our connection with others and our enjoyment of this with others. I just saw 4056, so another 10 multiple and the number 56 together again. And then here we have the Temperance card for next May, coming back full circle to the Gemini solar return again, in this beautiful blue butterfly of transformation. Here we have Two Cups pouring into each other, which talks about someone who is transforming the way they achieve balance in their life. So this is a main theme for us in this year, and this is how justice is coming for us, perhaps at our home as well. We're transforming the way justice comes for us by residing with people who are in vibration with us and who honor it when we trumpet our truth out, and they don't try to shun us or silence us for doing that. That is part of the transformation, is having the people in our lives kind of transform into a whole new vibration around us. So we might stop hanging out at a place where it's dirty or inhabited by people on too many drugs or alcohol or something like that. That's just icky vibe feeling, right? And we might transform some of the places we spend time or people we spend time with to relaxing outdoor places or musical performances or something that is nourishing to the soul. That's what we're doing, is we're bringing nourishment to the soul over and over again in every choice, in every beat of the wings, as we transform our life with that Rhiannon energy, the sorceress. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So if we want to achieve this temperance by the end of this solar return, Gemini, we need to manifest our clear intentions into reality by clearing that throat chakra and expressing whatever it might be from the pain body, perhaps, that has been preventing us from manifesting at our full potential. Because justice is here to bring us all of these pentacles that we see, pentacles, 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 and to bring also a lot of emotional balance in here as well, with the Three of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Temperance card, which has two cups on it, another symbol of partnership, and that Two of Cups. So it can be, Gemini, that there's still some of this lover's energy here as well. All right, so this is the overall 12 months. I do want to get out a card here from the numerology deck because the numbers have been coming out so interestingly. I'm sure love this. 46 on the bottom, domestic harmony right here with that vest card. Your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants, and domestic harmony comes up with that. Let's do a shuffle and see what else comes up. I love this so much. There's also a lot of 4s out here already, so that 46 is kind of tapping in with a 4 energy, the Emperor, the 4 of Pentacles. So, yeah. All right, what else have we got here? Spirit, what do we want to see for Gemini and for the collective, for the greatest and highest good? Number 10, karmic completion. And did I say multiples of 10 were occurring in numbers? If you add 10 and 46, you get 56. 10, 56, 40, 56. Now we have 10 and 46. Guys, this is just, you can't really make these things up. So karmic completion, look at that. Karmic completion, here is that 10 of Swords in the December position. And followed by that King of Wands tells me that you're completing a karmic cycle by the end of this year, and you're going to come out guns blazing, ready to manifest in a whole new energy, guys. Really born in the fire, having walked through the fire, and rebirthed your entire household, home, body, material world, whatever. You've completed something from a past material paradigm, and you're leaving it behind, and you're manifesting the new world, which is one in which you have a great deal of personal, emotional well-being springing from within due to your connection with divine that isn't dependent on other people, even though other people flow in and out of this cup's energy as well. This new energy that you're manifesting, this karmic completion, is one where, you know, your relationships are mutually beneficial and reciprocal, because anything that isn't that, you're just going to flutter right away from, with a beautiful, easy energy, that this isn't even work. I'm just going over here for what's for me. It's not I'm going to stay here and worry about what isn't for me. I'm going to move over here for what's for me. I love that. Look at that. Look at that butterfly flying off into the right side of the picture, which is the future. The left side is often seen as the past. And so here we have this butterfly fluttering by into the future and gently leaving behind anyone who isn't in this reciprocal give and take energy. No one can reach them if they can't flutter at the same pace and with the same lightness of heart and the same joy. So Gemini, there's an absolutely amazing, beautiful year available ahead for you. Guys, if you know a Gemini in your life, I think they're going to have a very, very blessed year. You can contribute to that by supporting them with compassion and unconditional love and clear communication and boundary setting, because we all could use a little refresher on that, I would say, this year. So I believe that there is at least one more message that wants to come out. I'm not seeing it here of the decks that are here. So, oh yeah, it was this. I was thinking I needed to get one from the Romance Dolls Oracle. This one came out almost immediately when I was unpacking. And we have had a couple hints of lovers in there and partnership. So let's just see what the cards might have to tell us about that in the upcoming 12 months as well. Spirit, what do we want to know for the collective? We have Web Weaver. All right. Network, productivity, all connected, and creation. So here we see a spider motif tapping into that grandmother spider who weaves a network for many, many other beings to be a part of. So this is part of that creator energy as well. Web Weaver, it can be that you're bringing together people in your material world. Maybe this Page of Pentacles is, you know, a person or an opportunity. Can also be that there's a King of Wands or a Fool who could represent people coming in to take a leap of faith with you or invest with you, or someone who inspires you. All of these could be people you're weaving together to create your new world. Flirtation, seduction, attraction, temptation, lure, and charm. All right, so ask yourself, when I read that to you, did that sound positive or did that sound negative? Because I think that's going to be important in the upcoming year in achieving clarity with romance and love life. What is flirtation for you? And is it healthy, unhealthy? In what ways can seduction, attraction, temptation, lure, or charm enhance life and also take you off of track? So I think partly this is an indicator to be careful that flirtation doesn't lead you away from your golden opportunity. Yes, flirtation is fun, but the word temptation here does give me pause. So be sure that you're doing your vetting if you're not, if you're doing anything more than just casual flirting in passing. So we had a couple more that came out. We had children and a beauty queen. So inner child, pregnancy, kids involved, youthful. So there's a second possible hit on pregnancy, guys. You don't want to get knocked up this year. Take some precautions against that. Children, inner child. It can be that our inner child is what is healing as we have gone through this ugly duckling kind of a journey and found ourselves and reparented ourselves and gave us the love, nurturing, support, respect, understanding, and validation, and the space to be seen, heard, and express ourselves that we didn't get, that we needed. This could be what is available for being healed this year. It can also be there are literal children involved, and that your home, your domestic situation, your household has a golden opportunity right now to come into balance and justice emotionally with the karmic completion of a cycle, guys. So really exciting. And this beauty queen, beautiful, adored, standing out and on stage. I'm going to pair that up with this Yamanya, who is also a very sensuous and beautiful goddess who represents emotions flowing openly and naturally, which is something that a person with a radiant and beautiful glow does. We have seen people who are homely, will you say, yet they have a beauty to them, and there is a glow about them, as we kind of see behind her with that halo, the nimbus behind her, suggesting that divine, beautiful presence that even a homely person can rise into beauty through by shining the light of divine love through our eyes out into the world. And it generally, it can radiate out from our bodies as part of our energetic bodies. And this is very attractive. So Gemini, I think this is a year where you're really also going to stand out for your energy, for your beauty, and for the beautifulness of your spirit and of who you are and what your journey has been and how you've never given up. Through it all, you stay true to yourself. You've kept on through all of the difficult choices and the hard paths that you've had to walk in life, through all of the mismatches in people around you, in situations that didn't feel like home to you, in relationships that weren't reciprocal, in being stuck in other people's stories and not being able to tell your own. And you're coming into a place now where it's going to be much smoother sailing into the future for whatever it is that you're manifesting, guys. So the very last card I'm going to get out, I can't leave my own reading for Gemini without without something from Archangel Michael. Number 37, welcome abundance into your life. Prosperity is on its way to you. Have faith that Source will heal your financial challenges. So it could be that this year is about healing your financial challenges, including the beliefs you may have had that have been holding you back from really manifesting your most abundant life, whether that's in wealth, in health, in your household, with children, whatever it could be. Welcome abundance into your life. Have faith that Source will heal your financial challenges. I love it. Beautiful, beautiful depiction. And we have Let It Go. Oh, wow. Number 18. All right, now I'm going to have to dig for cards. Yeah. There's that 10 with the karmic completion, the 10 of swords, and now number 18. has a sword right on it there. The sword of Archangel Michael, cutting and letting go of cords that attaches to things. Karmic completion. The situation no longer serves you. Allow me to sever your energetic connections to the past so that you can embrace the future. All right, for those of you who need to hear it out loud and who need to have the words said and who don't know how to create this kind of language and ritual on your own, no judgment. That is quite all right, guys. I am going to read this one out loud, and this is going to be the final, the final bit of the Gemini solar return reading. We're going on almost an hour at this point. It has been a while since I did a reading, so there's a lot of messaging that's ready, bottled up, and wanting to come out. So let it go. Frequently, the activities you humans engage in are focused on seeking freedom. You want to be released from old ideas, expectations, fears, worries, dramas, stories you tell yourself, the past, and more often than you can imagine, other people. Sometimes what you want is physical freedom, but usually it's emotional, mental, or spiritual freedom that you're asking for. The tricky part is getting people to participate in their own release. You might be shocked by how many souls are afraid deep down of freedom. That could be what this block is here with that Four of Pentacles, is being afraid to clear out blockages that are affecting you in the material world. That's putting your Emperor in reverse, guys. This Fool is here just saying, come on, come on, come on. You've got me, you know, I'm ready to go. And he's looking to the left. He's looking into the past, just waiting for you to catch up. Wow. To clear out that Ten of Swords so that you can dive bomb with this raptor energy and blaze into whatever new is ahead. The tricky part is getting people to participate in their own release. You might be shocked how many souls are afraid deep down of freedom. I can use my sword of light to sever the energetic connections of what makes you unhappy, but your free will gives you the right to not let go. Metaphorically, I can unlock the prison, but if you refuse to leave the cell, then there is nothing that I can do. Here is this Fool wanting to leave the cell, to go. I want you to be free. You may even believe that you are desperate to be free, but there's something you're holding on to. Is it a memory, an idea, or a story, a person? Ask yourself if you have given the past power over your happiness in the present because you're afraid that you'll never be that happy in the future. If so, it is time to dismiss that false notion. Have courage that you can stand in your own power and live in the now. There's that beauty queen. We've also got Rhiannon, the sorceress, and beautiful Vesta, goddess of home and hearth. Have the courage that you can stand in your own power and live in the now. You can ask me, Archangel Michael, to sever the energetic connections that hold you back 1,000,000 times, and I will never tire of doing it. I will do it over and over with joy, but we'll both be even more joyful if you make the choice to really, finally, actually let go. And there we had 5707 on the clock, guys. So lots of 7s and 4s today, lots of prime numbers. Go look into the numerology if that calls to you guys. Happy birthday, everyone. Thank you so much for bearing with me during this very, very long reading. I love you all. If you feel called to support the channel, please email me and I can get you the information for donations if it's not still on the homepage of the channel. I did some editing recently and I'm not sure what's there still. So I have Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, and Zelle if you know my phone number. You can also leave a comment and I can get you my information that way. So thank you so much. I also want to give a shout out to Wheezy who has offered some support in the way of some gifts, which I've been so grateful for. We have 2 books from Don Miguel Ruiz, who wrote the 4 Agreements, one of the most important spiritual books that unlocked a lot of truths for me. If you haven't read any Don Miguel Ruiz, I recommend him. So I've got The Mastery of Love now and The Voice of Knowledge. I'm really excited to be able to look at these books for my own edification. And she also gifted me with a new tarot deck, which is beautiful. It is the Gateway to the Divine Tarot. I started looking at it last night And hopefully I'll do a reading with that soon for the general collective. So thank you so much, Wheezy. Thank you. I love you so much. Wishing you every blessing, and sending everyone blessings and much love. Over and out.